Hi everyone, my name is Calvin Shin from UCSD's Facebook Open Academy program. In this demo, I'll be going over two things that I've been working on that are both still a work in progress, but expect to complete by the end of this weekend. And so here we go. So the first thing I'll show you is my easy fix bugs. And so to just give a little background, there was an issue in adding a repository as an admin. And so if I click over here, um, when I reproduced the bug, there would be an error message that read URL error object has no attribute read. And this happened when I selected GitHub and Kiln on demand as hosting services, and the repository plan was private. And this was because Python wasn't properly configured to use a proxy server. Upon investigating this, I saw that the URL error for the GitHub and Kiln on-demand hosting services were not being handled properly. And so I fixed the code so that the URL errors would be handled more appropriately. So let's take a look at the code now. And you can see that before, I'll show you what it was before. So if you look at that, this line, data, assigning e.read to data, uh, is outside of the try block. And now my fix shows that that exact same line is inside the try block. And so by placing this call in the try block, the read call, which always fails because the URL error doesn't have a read attribute. And so the read will always fail, and in this correction, in this fix, it assigns none to the RSP, the response variable, and the program will continue to flow normally. So going back to the web page, just filling this out. Before that, I actually tested with the same repository earlier. So I'm just going to go ahead real quick and delete that one. Okay. Yes, I'm sure. Okay, so going back and adding repository, a GitHub repository, making this a private plan. And this is just a sample, a private repo that I made for this to test it out. So once you save it, take a couple seconds here. And right now I'm almost finished with the testing aspect of this bug fix. And now you can see that it works. So there's my bug fix. Aside from this, I've been working on my project, which is to create and integrate FBInfer, a static analysis tool for Android and iOS apps. Basically, FBInfer is capable of giving bug feedback of any Java, Objective-C, and C code. And so having a FBInfer plugin for ReviewBot will allow any code submitted for a review request written in Java, Objective-C, or C to be given automated feedback after the review request is submitted. And so just to be perfectly clear and to convey what my implementation will appear as, I will show an example real quick. But because I ran into some issues testing my code, I'll show what it looks like when ReviewBot generates feedback for Python written code to the PetBait and PyFlakes plugins, which everyone should be familiar with. So yeah, so this is pretty straightforward. PetBait and PyFlakes are it generates feedback for Python written code, and this is my actual project. Coincidentally, the review request for it, and here is ReviewBot's automated feedback through the plugins, the PetBait and PyFlakes plugins. And so yeah, I think that's pretty much it. All I've done up until this point. And I hope to finish everything this weekend. Thank you guys so much for watching, and